No one stood for me. And so into the mic he says, "This is where the story gets good."
Well, we're cutting a cake right now, but do you want the ring?
Do you want the ring? My dad walked me down, and I don't know, that was the coolest moment of my life because it was just so surreal. And Kyle and I both started sobbing. I don't know, what was it like?
Cute.
But seriously, it was so amazing and cool, and I know that sounds really silly, but it was just like the most surreal moment ever. Like, I can't tell you who was there or pretty much anything. I just saw Kyle and was just looking at him. No one stood for me.
I think in some people's defense,
it was a bit of a different sort of wedding.
And we were asked not to play wedding march.
Which I didn't want to play anyways.
So I think some people were just thrown off.
By then.
And so it's one of those things where once one person stands, then everybody stands.
Yeah, and you know, there's a mix of cultures happening, and it's really just funny at this point. And then what do you do, Kyle? This is where the story gets good.
I mean,
my sweet boy is crying, so what does he do?
I use a tissue.
He gets a tissue out of his pocket.
And then it's Amy's turn to read her vows. She's crying. So I offer her my tissue.
And so into the mic he says like,
want a tissue? Yeah, sure. Okay, you want a fresh one?
That was really silly.
It was during our vows that we really cried.
You did your vows first. Because then he had to hand me the phone because my vows were on his phone.
Then we do the ceremony, we kiss.
We get married.
And then the...
part of our bridal party, the mom of all these kids is like,
do you want the ring?
Do you want the ring?
Like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, these poor little boys had walked down the aisle with these rings and then just sat there because no one asked for the rings. And so that was kind of just a fun thing because we love her so much, and so it was super fun to like have that special memory of her being like, do you want the ring? And then we head back with our awesome little bridal party. They did great. Then we just took a minute to ourselves just to like collect ourselves because we'd been crying. Then we went out to the party, which was so awkward at first.
Chairs needed to be moved because it was the same chairs that we used.
So there was like still stuff happening. And we had set up a lot of stuff. I did basil sprouts that I like sprouted for thank yous. And so we had like a wall with like all the thank yous. And so that was kind of like something that like people were like, oh, what's that? And you know, had to go like look at it. Kind of a lot going on, and then the food I don't think was quite ready yet. We did like a huge charcuterie board, and I just don't think it was like fully ready yet. I don't quite know actually.
Yeah, and then it turned into the reception and
our first dance, which we had vaguely practiced the night before. I always envisioned for my wedding that like I'd take dance classes with my spouse and we'd do like an actual dance because I don't want to be up there just like
swaying.
And Kyle, if you spin him, he gets dizzy. Anyways. Kyle has
some awesome dance moves.
He's been known throughout his life for his dance moves. So the DJ who knew Kyle as a kid, even going to the mic was like, I know Kyle has some awesome dance moves, so good luck keeping up.
Everybody buckle up.
He lassoed me in, which was so funny. I don't know if I have a video of that, but he lassoed me in, and then, you know, we start dancing to this beautiful song that we had chosen a long time ago. Like, it was never a question what song we were gonna dance to. And
we got some leg kicks,
twirls. It was awesome. Everyone was laughing, and that's Kyle.
And then people danced afterwards.
I had recorded, I guess, a cover of a song. Our thought process was, you know, we would dance to it, but we would invite our parents to dance with us. And our grandparent, yours looks better than mine. No, feel mine.
Oh yeah, yours is hard.
Why is it hard? And then we tried to invite our grandparents, and they didn't come up. And so our parents are dancing, and Kyle and I start kind of like...
Your grandparents didn't, but my grandparents did.
Gotcha. But Kyle and I kind of start running around in separate directions, trying to tell people like, hey family, come and dance.
But we didn't talk to them about it before.
And there was a miscommunication with the DJ, so that was just kind of silly. That was something we really wanted, is we wanted everyone to dance.
After our family dance, grandparents and parents, and
then the party began.
Then then everybody danced to the next song. Which,
oh, we did have a mother-father dance before our dance. Mother-son, father-daughter dance. You and your mom were just crying. My dad and I didn't really say anything to each other. But you and your mom were just losing it. And that was our wedding.
Yeah.
Cut our cake, which...
It wasn't a cake, it was cinnamon rolls.
And my mom couldn't find something last minute or something, so it didn't look exactly what was planned, but cut the cake.
And then...
Walked to the car with everyone.
And then there were...
Okay, can you work on mine for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Mine's really hard.
With our cinnamon roll cake, with a lot of... I haven't been to a lot of weddings, but there was no, like, announcement of it.
I think there was.
So I don't know if there was an announcement or not, but we're about to cut the cinnamon roll of the cake, and this old lady that I know that I grew up with, very sweet, she saw that we were alone, like nobody was talking to us, and because everybody had stepped away, and so she comes up, like, Kyle&Amy, I'm like, oh, congratulations! I'm like, hey, well, we're cutting the cake right now, but...
So Kyle actually invited her to join us in cutting the cake.
Oh, no. Like, step back. That was really funny.
It was really cute. And she wrote us, like, the most beautiful letter that, like, you know, the next week opening presents, like, she made me cry so hard. It was beautiful.
And then when we were leaving, and we have bubbles, and we have people outside with bubbles, her and another old lady that I know, they were sitting down. They were the only ones that were still in there, which is totally fine.
They're like, we just got here. I hope you don't mind. We're gonna stay and eat. We're like,
we're tired.
It's cold out there. Like, yeah.
It was just really funny. Like,
it was.
Of course, you two can. You guys don't have to do anything.
And I do want to say, no one got COVID from our wedding.
You can't prove that.
Well, no one got sick after our wedding.
Except.
Oh, okay.
And he's the one that he's like, I believe. I wasn't tested, but I really believe I got COVID and.
Our officiator.
And then I'm like, yeah, Amy's dad.
My dad, this guy told people that my dad had come from Asia.
Did he not?
That was months before, and he came from a place where they actually have done, like, the best with COVID.
I'm just saying. And then we came home, showered and changed and stuff.
And I was still so sick that, like, I came in and I just, like, sat on the kitchen floor for a minute while Kyle, like, grabbed other stuff. I'm like, I just need a minute because I was so sick.
And then texted my sister who got back across the street. Like, hey, can you steal some cold flu medicine for Amy? And she came over and hung out for like 2 hours. That was really funny because she just wanted to hang out with us, which is totally cool. We just thought it was really funny at the time.
We spent our wedding night with her for like 3 hours, and we had like nothing. So like I was just like sitting in our bed, and she's just standing in our room because there's no furniture. There was nothing. So that was super silly. Oh, another thing. Because I was sick, I was like blowing my nose a little bit throughout the day, not too much, but my makeup had like separated so bad around my nose, and I think kind of like, yeah, under my nose, and I think like on the side of my chin, and that was, I didn't worry about it. It haunts me a little. I may have added too much flour. As the dough rests, the gluten will relax, making it easier to roll. Oh, we also, what did we do when we first got back from our wedding? We took pictures with him. So we have some pictures of us like tired and silly, and we snookered this guy and took some pictures. He'd been home alone the whole day. I mean, we got home at like probably 3. Yeah, that's another thing. Our wedding ceremony was at like 12 maybe? Like we had an early in the day thing because we don't want people cleaning up all night long. We've cleaned up for several weddings, and it was really nice having it in the morning because then we got to like come home and have some unwind time because he went to work on Monday. And then within a week, and that Monday actually like school started closing, and then like a week and a day later it was declared that COVID was a pandemic. So we really cut it close.
Without even knowing. That's our wedding story while making pasta. Fancy rolling it out.
Just getting some water warmed up, butter in the pan. I know that's a lot of butter.
2.5 hours ago we started this process, this journey. And we're almost getting there.
You're such a good actor. What are we thinking so far?
We should just add frozen pizza.
So far, not worth it.
A lot of work.
Kyle's not used to it. It's the rockers!
It's the rockers!
I don't know. I think the big thing is just that we didn't eat lunch today and it's late. So that's kind of my fault, kind of your fault. Kyle had 2 meetings today. It's Valentine's Day. Don't people know it's our first Valentine's Day married? Like, winter. Smells like Parmesan and butter. Kyle says I'm being a vlog hog. What? I don't know, say something.
I'm ready to eat.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you too. Bye.